me show you something. Give me Genesis 2 and 7. I want to show you something real quick. Because it ain't just Jesus Christ being black. This whole book, black folks all in there. That's what I'm saying, and it's because it's our book. But the thing is, why would they teach that in the churches? That this Bible is a black book, is for African American people. For the Negroes. Say it again. They wouldn't. Why wouldn't they? Like, I'm talking about in the church, like, you know, these big churches, Life Church, churches like that. Why wouldn't they teach that? Why wouldn't black churches teach that? Okay, what'd you say? Yeah. Exactly. Because think about it. In slavery, did the slaves, was they able to read and write? They wasn't able to read and write. So who was teaching the slaves the Bible? Hey, Sean John. How you doing, sis? What's your name? Tiana, have you ever heard what we bringing out? You said again? Okay, so what about you?
I've never been. I'm always working.
Okay, but do you... What did he teach you? Okay. So, I want to show you something real quick. Sean John, you too. Did he go over the Bible, like being our book, like far as black people all throughout the Bible? Okay, let me show you something. Give me Genesis 2 and 7. I want to show you something real quick. Because it ain't just Jesus Christ being black. This whole book, black folks all in there. That's what I'm saying, and it's because it's our book. But the thing is, why would they teach that in the churches? That this Bible is a black book, is for African American people. For the Negroes. Say it again. They wouldn't. Why wouldn't they? Like, I'm talking about in the church, like, you know, these big churches, Life Church, churches like that. Why wouldn't they teach that? Why wouldn't black churches teach that? Okay, what'd you say? Yeah. Exactly. Because think about it. In slavery, did the slaves, was they able to read and write? They wasn't able to read and write. So who was teaching the slaves the Bible? It was white folks. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what movie it was on. They would get the preacher, or the slaves, they get the preacher, and they'll tell him, hey, go teach them John 3:16. Yeah. It was what?
7 years a slave.
Yeah. So they would get the preacher, or the one that got the most like influence amongst the slaves. Hey, go teach them John 3:16. Go teach them love thy master, things like that. That's why to this day, white folks can do things to us, and we still forget him. They'll shoot us down the street, the cops, and we'll still forget him. Because this has been took from us. But I'm going to show you something real quick. Adam and Eve. Okay. Genesis 2 and 7. Read.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
So if God formed man out the dust of the ground, what color is the dust of the ground? It's brown. So right there, that show you off the rip, the first man was black. The first woman was black. Right. Because Eve was out of his rib. So this is black people off the rip. So now when you start going down the line, that's when you start getting into Esau. Esau, so-called white man. That's his name, so-called white man. That was the first depiction of a red, because what we call, in the South, what do we call white folks? We call them a lot of names. Rednecks. Have you ever heard rednecks? We call them rednecks. Why? Because they turn red. They change color. Exactly. I'm going to show you that real quick. Give me Genesis 25. Genesis 25. I'm going to show you that real quick. Because I'm showing you, and I'm showing you, Edward, black people have always been in the Bible. We was God chosen people from the beginning. So I'm gonna show you when the first recorded white man came into play. Read. Genesis 25.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
This is our foremother. It's way back when, in Genesis. This is our foremother. He said, wait, read the verse up.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife.
Now, Isaac is our forefather. He went to the Lord for his wife, because his wife was having problems with her pregnancy. Read.
because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
So she conceived. She had a child. Or children, read.
And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So her stomach was hurt. She like, dang, the children, they in there moving. Like, why is it feeling like this if the Lord gave me these babies? You get what I'm saying? Read.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
So she went to go pray to the Lord, like, why am I having trouble with my pregnancy? Read.
And the Lord said unto her.
Now the Lord said to her, read, the black woman, read.
2 nations.
She said 2 nations. What does it mean by 2 nations? Sean John, what do you mean by 2 nations? Lord said 2 nations is in your womb. Okay, you on point. What's up, Sean John? That's a tough one. We gonna read. Okay, 2 nations. What do you mean 2 nations? Okay, think of, what's the root word of nationality? Nation. He said 2 nationalities in your womb. So not just two people. When these people come out, they're gonna be 2 different nations. Remember that. Read.
2 nations are in thy womb.
So 2 nations in your womb.
2 manner of people.
2 different people is in your womb. When these people come out, they ain't gonna be the same. And remember, she went to the Lord because they was struggling, they was fighting. So you got 2 different nations and 2 different people fighting in her womb. That's why she went to the Lord, because she was in pain. Read.
Shall be separated from.
Wait, say what?
Shall be separated.
The Lord said them 2 babies, when they come in his life, they gonna be separated. They ain't gonna like one another. Read.
From thy bowels. And the one people.
And one of those people
shall be stronger than the other people.
It said one people shall be stronger than the other one. Now you tell me, is black folks stronger than white folks? Why you said it? Give me some facts. What? Okay. Okay, you getting in there. Okay, Ever, how we stronger than them? Because this is black history. And it's out the Bible, so this ain't hate speech. How we stronger than them? Like, what's evident we can see on a daily basis? What is evident we can see on a daily basis that show that black people are superior? Yeah. Keep going from what? Why we keep going? From the struggles. Okay, cool. From the cool. Now, let's get a little deeper. Think about us in our smartness. Think about us in singing, in dancing, in sports, in everything, in inventions. We invented the street light. If it wasn't for black folk, nobody be stopping the street light. It'll be chaos on this road. You get what I'm saying? We invented all of this. We built all of this. Remember, slaves built all this. Slaves built all this. So God said it's gonna be 2 different people, 2 different nationalities. They ain't gonna like each other, and one of them gonna be stronger than the other. Read.
And the elder.
And the elder. Remember, the elder means the first one to come out.
Shall serve the younger.
It said the elder shall serve the younger. Now, is the white man serving us? He ain't serving us. But that was prophecy. God said, hey, the first one to come out gonna be serving your younger baby. The second one to come out. Read.
And when her days to be delivered,
Now she about to give her babies out.
Were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Like you said, it was twins. So it's twin babies. But remember what the Lord said. Them twin babies ain't gonna be the same. They gonna hate one another, and one gonna be stronger.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ blessed. Deacon Abiel in the building. Listen, subscribe to IUIC Oklahoma YouTube page. We got a lot more content coming out. We got the captains, we got the officers about to drop some fire. Stay tuned and don't forget, fix your faces on IUIC Oklahoma. Stay tuned with the latest and greatest content that we got coming out. All praise be to the Most High God. Shalom.
Read.
And the first came out red.
Wait, and the first came out what?
Red. All over. Like in hairy garments.
So the first one came out red all over and hairy. Now you tell me, what people on this earth, is it red people walking like the color y'all jackets? Is it red people walking around? Okay, so what is the Lord saying? I mean, what is the Bible saying? It said two should come out the womb. The first one came out all red and hairy. Can you get red? Who on earth can get red? If white folks. Remember I said we call them rednecks. You see, when they get mad, they neck get red. If you pop one, red and all that. You understand what I'm saying? They start blushing, all that come from white folks. That's why they tan and all that type stuff. So you get what I'm saying? So the first one came out red all over. Nobody on earth is red like these white folks. Read.
Like in hairy garments.
And hairy. That's why they came out with the damn Gillette razor. Because they hairy. You know they hairy. They was the first caveman. You know that? Did y'all know that they was the first caveman? They tried to say we was. Yo, pops probably put you on the game, huh? That was the first caveman, bro. And that's in the Bible. That's recorded in Job. That was the first caveman. That's crazy, ain't it? Read.
And they called his name.
But you know white folks, they would tell us we the ones that came out the cave, we the monkeys and stuff like that. They do stuff like that because they hate us. But real, they teaching us their history. But we don't know that because we don't read the Bible, we don't study nothing. Read.
And they called his name Esau.
So that first one is called Esau. Now remember, you won't find nigga in the Bible, African American, you won't find white folks, Chinese, you won't find that in the Bible. You find names like that, Israel, you find Esau, you find these names. So that's why we're trying to bring our people back and show us that we not called African American. We from the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what we're trying to show our people. Read.
And after that came his brother out.
Now after Esau came out, his brother came out.
And his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Now did y'all notice something? They didn't describe the brother. The first one they said came out red. Why didn't they describe the brother? Don't worry. Why didn't they describe the brother? What do we read in Genesis? No. What do we read in Genesis? Remember? God made man out of the dirt. So everybody on earth was black. Right. Everybody on earth was all skin color. Right. So that's why they described him and said, dang, the Bible had to record, this is a red baby. That was the first recording of a red baby or a white man in the Bible. Right. And then later on, became Esau and things like that. So what I'm trying to show you is our history's in the Bible. Like give me Songs of Solomon. Give me 1 Kings 10 and 23. King Solomon. You know who King Solomon is? King Solomon. Hey, Sean John, you know who King Solomon is?
Yeah, I got a brother named Solomon. Look just like that man right there.
Okay. See, he know a little history. King Solomon, read this real quick. This was our other forefather. Read.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 10, verse 23.
This was Jesus Christ. This is Jesus Christ's forefather way long time ago. Jesus Christ, Solomon, Judah, all come from the same lineage. Black people all come from the same lineage. So this man we about to read right here. Read.
So King Solomon exceeded all the kings of the earth.
So when King Solomon was reigning, he exceeded all the kings. That means any Arab king, any Chinese king, any Japanese king. Read.
All the kings of the earth for riches.
So we had the most richest forefather in history. Read.
And for wisdom.
We had wisdom and we had riches. Now today, we ain't got wisdom nor riches. But back then, we had that. Now give me Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. I'm going to show you something real quick. Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. Remember, we just said King Solomon was the richest and wisest king of the whole earth. Read. Wisdom of Solomon. 1 and 5. Now I'm gonna show you the color of Solomon. I just want to show y'all some black scriptures, real quick. Songs of Solomon. Songs of Solomon. Read.
The book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse
1.
Verse 1, the Song of Songs, which is Solomon's.
So Solomon wrote the Songs of Song, which is Solomon's. Read verse 5.
Verse 5, I am black, but comely.
He said, I'm what?
I am black, but comely.
What does comely mean? Comely. You got a phone?
Yeah.
Google it. Comely. I'm gonna spell it out for you. Let me look. You know, I got an Oklahoma City education. Let me see. Comely. C. Where is it at? C-O-M-E-L-Y. This is the same man that was the richest and the wisest. He said, I'm black. C-O-M-E-L-Y. He said, the richest and the wisest king. He said, I'm black and what? Pleasant to look at. What's another word for that? Beautiful. I'm black and beautiful. I've been in the Bible. I've been in the Bible. Black and handsome. That's what he was saying. And it's all throughout the Bible. It's all throughout the Bible. I'm gonna give you one more. Give me Jeremiah 14 and what's that? 2. I'm gonna show you something about Judah. Because your forefather was a African American. You'll say? I mean your father was African American. You too, bro? You too, Son John?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so read this real quick. So the African Americans descend from the tribe of Judah. Remember that, Judah. That same tribe. Did you get that from Officer Jazz? Christ coming from the tribe of Judah? I'm gonna show you something real quick. You know, you stay right there. Stay right there. Yeah, read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth.
So it said Judah mourneth. What's another word for mourn when you mourn? When you cry. So it said Judah is crying and mourning. Read.
And the gates thereof languish.
In the gates, like back then, our elders, like we had big, we had like territory. We had like fixed cities. So the elders would sit at the gates. They would sit at the gates of the inner end of the city, and when you leave the city, the elders would be right there. It said the elders what? Read that again.
And the gates thereof languish.
So our leaders, they're not doing nothing today. If you look at today, our leaders ain't doing nothing again. The young people are fending for themselves, and you see what's happening.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord